Hello everyone. Today, I want to rank all the Winx Club seasons. Before I begin, please remember that this is just my personal opinion. Let's start. Let's start with my least favorite one. My least favorite season is the 8th season. I don't enjoy the character design at all. It looks so different in comparison to the other seasons. This season brings back Volta as the main villain. While I enjoyed Volta's role in the 3rd season, bringing him back felt unnecessary. To me, it felt like the writers just ran out of ideas. While I do like the idea of their powers, that can't save the whole season. So the last season gets the last place in my ranking. Let's continue with the next season. My second least favorite season is the 7th one. I'm happy that the character design stayed similar to the original one. Kalshara is a pretty cool villain, but I didn't like Brephelius at all. His clumsy personality is so annoying to me. At least the season had new villains though. The season was very focused on the magical animals, which made it feel less serious to me. I was excited, however, to see Roxy again. It obviously made sense to have her there, since she's the animal fairy. That's why I was disappointed when she got so little screen time. Can you tell who my favorite character is? Anyway, let's continue with this season. I feel like the connections they build with the magic animals are too similar to their connections to the pixies. The Winx already had so many different companions that the new ones felt unnecessary. At least that's my opinion. Tell me in the comments what you'll think. Let's go on. The 5th season comes next for me. I do like the season, but not as much as the others. The main villain is Tritanus, who teams up with the Tricks. Tritanus was locked away for attacking his brother. In the prison, he absorbed pollution and turned into a sea monster. He wants to take over Andorus, steal Sirenix, and take over the magical dimension. The Tricks seem a lot weaker in this season. They are really dependent on Tritanus. This season gives us some more information on Aisha and her family, which I loved. I honestly hated the CGI animation parts. It didn't fit to the rest of the 2D animations. But I did kinda love these little mermaids. So yes, I really didn't love this season. Let's go on. The season next in line is the 1st one. I know that my choice is very controversial, but please hear me out. This season doesn't really have a reason to be placed this low, except for the fact that I like the other ones much more. This season is obviously a classic and does a good job at introducing us to the show. The main villains of this season are the Tricks. We get to meet the main love interests early on. However, I really don't like how Bloom-centered this season was. I do understand that it makes sense, since she's the main character, but it was still too much for me. There were also so many filler episodes that just felt unnecessary. I obviously still enjoy this season, but I just think there's much better ones. Plus, I really missed Aisha. Anyway, let's continue. The next season is the 2nd one for me. Aisha gets her first appearance, which I remember being super excited about. Aisha is my second favorite character, by the way. I love that she is so focused and ready to sacrifice herself to save the pixies. What I also enjoyed was Charmix. While it's not as good as Enchantix, I liked that they had to overcome personal flaws to gain access to Charmix. I loved the idea of Dark Bloom. She added another layer onto the final fight. While all this sounds good, I still have some things to critique. To me, Darkar just wasn't actually interesting. The plot with Diaspora and Sky just felt unnecessary and repetitive. What I also didn't enjoy was the whole royalty plot. Like, what new aspects did it give to the story? Last but not least, it annoyed me how little attention Tekna received. We're getting to my favorite seasons. My third favorite season is the third one. Volter is the main villain of this season. He's the strongest antagonist the Winx encounter. He destroyed Domino, Bloom's home, and now wants to take over the magical dimension. Enchantix is my favorite transformation. They have to make a personal sacrifice to gain access to Enchantix. The subplot about Stella's family was interesting to me as well. Finding out more about Bloom's family was captivating too. Let's go on to the top 2. We're now getting on to the most controversial part of this video. My second favorite season is actually the 4th season. It's mostly because of nostalgia, but I'm gonna give you some more reasons too. I obviously love Roxy, who's introduced in this season. I love the change of scenery. Going back to Earth, where it all began, seems like a fun idea. And I liked the execution. I know that many fans don't like the Black Circle, but I for some reason really did. The conflict with all these fairies was great. I still love all of them so much. I actually love Believix as well. They earn it for making people believe in magic again, which is sweet. I was so excited about Nabu, but then they killed him off. I probably cried because of it when I was younger. Now to the first one. The 6th season takes the first place in my ranking. I know that this season is super hated by many, but let me explain my point of view. I'm going to start with what I don't like about this season. The only thing that really bothers me is how underdeveloped Acheron is. He was hyped up so much, but he was so easy to take down. Other than that, I don't have any complaints. I am obsessed with the idea of the Legendarium. I love Selena and her connection to Bloom. Her redemption arc was also so good. I love the Bluemix transformation. It's earned by an act of bravery, which is different to the other seasons. The tricks become a threat again, which I liked. I love the characters like Meal or the vampires from the Legendarium. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed.